Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of high school hockey here on ParkTV 16. We got a good one here for you tonight. It's going to be the St. Louis Park Orioles going against the Irondale Knights from the Rec Center here in St. Louis Park. My name is Nick Nelson. I'll be bringing you the action on play-by-play. St. Louis Park graduate, class of 2004. Alongside me here is Danny Bissonette, fellow St. Louis Park grad, and class of 2003, and also a member of the last St. Louis Park boys hockey team to go to state back in '03. Say hi, Dan.
Howdy, everyone.
Also alongside us is John Basil. He's going to be helping us out with some senior night introductions here.
Thanks, Nick. It's good to be here, and we're just getting ready for senior night.
Celebrating the team's 7 seniors playing their last home game this evening.
I'll roll with it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the St. Louis Park Rec Center tonight for senior night. We are going to get our ceremonies going in just a minute. It's a very special night for these seniors who have been part of this community, not only the hockey community, but grown up here, have volunteered in this community, played multiple activities, and been part of our great school system. So we will be getting going quickly, and the first senior is our senior captain, Noah Fortmeyer. He'll be greeted on the ice by his mom, Mary Overend, and his father, Brian Fortmeyer, also known as Sparky, along with Hannah and friends on the ice. Noah began playing hockey in kindergarten when he would only allow fellow teammate Steve Greenbush to lace his skates. Noah settled in as a pretty solid defenseman, as we've all watched through the years with the Orioles. Through his many years, he watched his team move on to play for his high school team in St. Louis Park. His family, Mary, Brian, Nick, and Hannah, have been with him through it all. For those who know Noah, he is one of the most humble individuals that you would ever want to meet. And people may not know this, but in St. Louis Park, there's multi-athletes here, and Noah's played soccer, he plays in the band, and he's a heck of a trap shooter as well. His proudest accomplishment is standing by a good buddy and a longtime teammate. His favorite memory was going to Virginia, Minnesota for the Bantam A State Championship game. His advice is to appreciate those that you love most, be grateful, and wonderful coaches he's had over the year. He appreciates the many opportunities hockey has provided. He wants to thank his sister, his brother, and parents for all they've done to support him. He was very fortunate to play with his brother Nick for many, many games. Noah plans on going to college somewhere and to lace up the skates and play some pickup hockey on cold weather. Congratulations to Noah Fortmeyer. Bessie, can you hear it all right? All right, our next senior hails from the Elmwood neighborhood. It's another senior captain, number 11, Curtis Greenbush. He'll be greeted on the ice by his lovely mom, Mary Greenbush, and her husband, Steve Greenbush, along with assistant coach, Neil Greenbush. Kurt has been active in hockey since the age of 4. He began playing in the basement, ruining the pine paneling, moving outside to Weber Park and the rinks such as Center Park and St. Louis Park, and then on to the Rec Center. Kurt has great memories at every level. Some of the fondest times were spent during his Bantam years playing with the Minneapolis Park Storm. His camaraderie, brotherhood, excitement, competition, tragedy, and pain, and resilience has all contributed to great lifelong lessons and friendships. Memories include outdoor pickup games at the infamous Keesley Pond, Hockey Day at Lake Minnetonka, trips to International Falls, Duluth, Virginia, and Fairview Emergency Room, which Curtis spent a lot of time at over the years. Wearing skates 2 sizes too small and without socks, because that's how Gretzky did it, was the way Curdy grew up. Becoming practically bionic with just one complaint: I can't ride a bus to state with the team, as he anguished in pain. Kurt enjoys skating with his dad, who is much faster than his brother and sister, who are also faster than their father. Mom brings the hot chocolate and scotcheroos to every game. Kurt appreciates all the time and energy his dad and coaches have dedicated to make his hockey experience so positive. He prefers to sharpen his own skates over his father. When Kurt isn't on the ice, he can likely be found on the baseball field. Will be Kurt's third year at varsity hockey and second year at varsity baseball. Kurt plans include going to college and playing some athletics. Congratulations to Kurt Greenbush, another senior from SLP. Our next senior, hailing from the Browndale neighborhood, number 2, T.J. Halfin. Tej will be graded on the ice by his father, Steve Halfin, and his lovely mother, Beth Volker Halfin. TJ started playing hockey in SLP as soon as he was able. He was on the SLP Mini-Mite Green team at the age of 5. His Lennox preschool buddies told him he had to start playing hockey. He was hooked from the first time he stepped on the ice at the rec center, and he was immediately more talented than his father. There are too many great memories, from playing advanced mites and beating Wayzata to the Pee Wee A state tournament to scoring 4 goals and an assist in his first JV game for a 1-goal win against Chaska. TJ has grown to be an individual because of the great coaches he had along the ways. Bobby Evers, Grandpa Hills, Ron Smith, Bill Hills, Mark Murray, Terry Keesley, Jim Smith, Mike Sarzine, Ryan Titus, Sean Podine, and now coming almost full circle back to Terry Keesley once again, and the wonderful assistant coaches he has this year. They've all helped TJ and his teammates mature into the people they are today. TJ will always remember his high school hockey years fondly, with memories that will last a lifetime. He wants to thank his mother for all the home game support. TJ, Willie loves your number 2. Congratulations, TJ, another senior from SLP. Our 4th senior tonight is number 3, Mitchell Hickerson. He's greeted on the ice by his father, Jack Hickerson, and his mother, Janine Hickerson. Mitchell started playing hockey as a mini-mite for St. Louis Park 14 years ago. His most memorable season was 2011-2012, playing for Coach Podine and enjoying the team's great success. Mitch also plays varsity football and track and field. When not playing sports, he holds down 2 part-time jobs and likes to work out. He plans on attending college next fall, majoring in the business field. Mitchell looks forward to playing some intramural sports in college. He's outgoing. For those who know Mitchell, outgoing, laid back, funny. One of his proudest moments was his sophomore year beating Andover. And of course, it's a special part in everybody's heart, the game that he played here against Benilde when it was fully packed in honor of Jack Jablonski. He's got some great advice for everybody on this night for his senior night. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you play good. He would like to thank all his coaches, especially Ryan Titus and my parents. He'd like to thank his parents for all their support and time commitment to hockey. He's going to go to college, major in business, as I said, and he says he's going to count some stacks, and I would assume that's some money. Another senior, congratulations to Mitchell Hickerson. Our next senior, number 23, I think this family needs no introduction, Charlie Hills. He's greeted out on the ice by his father, Bill Hills, and his lovely mother, Jane Hills. And of course, I'm sure somewhere in the stands, because he just doesn't miss any games, his Grandpa Hills as well. Charlie Hills started playing in his SLP experience in a car seat, watching his brothers and sisters' games. He just kind of tooled around and went rink to rink. He took to the ice for the Orioles at a mini-mite at a big age of 5. His favorite hockey memory includes the Pee Wee State Tournament and scoring his first varsity goal. Charlie would like to thank his friends and family, especially Grandpa Bill, for all their support. Charlie won the AP Scholar with Honors Award as a junior. His hobbies include golf, music, and hanging out with friends. The next step for Charlie is attending UND to pursue a career in commercial aviation. Charlie is one of the most smart hockey players on the ice and off the ice, and certainly much more than his father and his grandpa. Congratulations, Charlie, your senior year. Our sixth senior tonight on this big senior class is number 22, Joey Kramer. Big Joey Kramer is joined on the ice by Nancy Kramer, his mother, and Scott Kramer, his father. Joey began playing hockey at St. Louis Park in 2001. His parents, Scott and Nancy, have been there for every one of those 13 seasons. Joey is a good athlete and a student and has a sparkle in his eye, a mischievous grin, and lots of friends. His proudest hockey accomplishment was going 18-5 with only 10 skaters on the JV team his sophomore year. That was quite a year. His proudest memory in hockey is going to the state tournament in Pee Wees. During his time, he's been able to skate at Mariucci, Excel Ice Center. Joey has played every position on the hockey team, including goaltending. He has been coached by several of his teammates, non-parent coaches, and Coach Terry coached his squirt and Pee Wee years. His favorite hockey memory is the state tournament of 2009. He's going to continue his education, most likely in accounting or finance. He wants to thank everybody for his years of St. Louis Park hockey, and a special thanks to his coach Terry Keesley for making his senior year a very fun year. Joey Kramer. Last but not least, the senior, the big man, Jake Lukasevich. As number 5 enters the ice, he is joined by his father, Mitch Lukasevich, along with Kathy Nielsen, and stepdad, Chuck Nielsen, as well. Jake started playing hockey as a mini-mite in St. Louis Park when he was just 5 years old. He was so eager to start checking, just like the high school players. Although what he forgot is he had to wait at that time to Pee Wees before he could begin to check. It seemed like a long time, but the time flew by. In all these years, Luke has continued to have a heavy shot and a heavy physical presence. He's grown up to be a solid player. He plans to go to college and play hockey or baseball. Jake's best hockey memory was his Pee Wee team when they went to Marshall for the regional championship to get to the state tournament. They were down 0-1 going into the final period when Jake went to work and scored the game-tying goal and then got the game winner in overtime to advance to the state tournament. Jake would like to thank his family, his coaches, for their hard work and dedication to development on and off the ice. He's a great player. Jake Lukasevich. Did I get them all busy? All right, let's get a round of applause for all the seniors and their families on the ice. You know, Nick, as we wait for the group picture here, I can tell you it's certainly interesting. You know, all of these folks from St. Louis Park have been a part of this community for a long time, and much more than hockey. You know, they've been in the community, they've done volunteer work, they've done multiple things, they've done great things at the school. The hockey has kept them structured in the winter. So just fun to see all these families out there together, and here as part of one St. Louis Park family enjoying a Thursday night at the rec center.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see, you know, anytime you get a game like this, the seniors got to keep their emotions in check as they get going, because it's an emotional night for them. It's their last night on the sheet here at the rec center, and they've grown up here. They've been here probably, you know, four to five nights a week for a lot of years. Here goes the seniors. They're taking a little picture in front of the net, which is just wonderful for them to enjoy this moment. You guys obviously playing in 2004. What do you guys remember about your senior night?
Well, Nick didn't play. He was a super fan.
I spent a lot of time in these stands right here, tackling John Anthony Brown.
But no, I remember we had Hopkins my senior night. We beat them, I think 10-2 the previous game we played them, and I think we had a 2-goal game with them on our senior night. But I think John Keasley, one of my fellow teammates, got the game winner, so that was kind of special that that happened on senior night. And I just kind of remember we all left the ice together and looked up in the crowd, and it was just weird to think that was the last time we'd be out here together.
All right, well, we're going to get the ice resurfaced and get underway here, so we'll take a short break, but stay tuned. We're going to be coming back shortly. Irondale versus St. Louis Park. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Betty White, and I'd like you to meet my friend here. This is Red. He's a puppy with a very special job to do, to be a guide dog for someone who is blind. Together, they'll travel the world in safety and with confidence. Guide dogs for the blind provide their services free of charge, thanks to the generosity of people like you. Please visit guidedogs.com to learn how to help today.
And welcome back to ParkTV 16's coverage of St. Louis Park's senior night. This is Nick Nelson alongside Dan Bissonette and John Basil. We'll be bringing you this North Suburban Conference matchup between the Orioles and the Irondale Knights. Just getting ready for introductions here. Dan, what do you think about this matchup tonight?
Oh, well, I think senior night, a lot of emotions flying for the seniors. Juniors want to win for the seniors tonight, and same with the sophomores. All underclassmen are out there, and the one, I guess, Bauer Newdecker, the freshman, playing hard for his senior teammates too. It's always a big deal when you got senior night and you're an underclassman. You want to have the seniors go out with a win. So guys are going to be playing hard tonight. A lot of emotions will be flying for the seniors, and it should be interesting to see how they come out right away.
There's the junior goalie, Aaron Steiner. He'll be starting in net for Irondale this evening. Barrett Reef, senior defenseman. And on the other side, it's going to be Chris Rupp. Louis Meisenberg there. He'll be starting at center. Tanner Lamott will be at left wing. And Jake Fuhrer will be the right winger. And now the home team will get their introductions. Star player for the team there.
They always grab some kids from the youth. It looks like these are a couple squirts.
Starting in net for the Orioles tonight, it's Connor Clares, the sophomore goalie. Noah Fortmeyer, starting defender. And on the other side, it's Charlie Hills, one of our seniors this evening. Teddy Hopman, the junior forward, coming at 5'9", $150. Bauer Newdecker,
biggest guy
freshman.
on the ice.
And here's a big boy. It's Curtis Greenbush, another senior. It's been a tough year for the Irondale Knights. They're entering tonight's contest with a record of 2-18-2. And we're all just going to be quiet for a minute for the national anthem here.
a comment there. Anytime you get the band in the building, doesn't it just get this place fired up?
No doubt about it.
And I look at the crowd tonight. Look at this, end to end. This place is pretty well filled for a senior night. I think the senior night brings it out. Last home game for a lot of these seniors, you bring out the band, and it's an exciting atmosphere here.
Absolutely.
The pride of St. Louis Park marching band, right?
It really is. I mean, I tell you, nothing that I don't mind the pre-recording music. We get most of the games, but it is very special when the band comes. It's just brings a whole different atmosphere to it.
As you just saw on the screen, you can feel free to tweet me at nnelson9 if you'd like to interact with the broadcast. If you have questions or comments, I'd be happy to read those on air.
Nick is also a writer for twinsdaily.com, so a little plug there.
Check it
for
out
him.
if you like Twins baseball. It's the place to go. As I was saying, Irondale having a tough year. They're coming into tonight's game with a 2-18-2 record, averaging 1.45 goals scored per game, 5.14 against. Orioles have done a little better. They're at 8-13-2, averaging 2.48 goals a game, 3.87 goals against.
You're going to look to Bauer Neudecker, who's their leading scorer on the year. Look for him just for some playmaking abilities. He's got 23 points, followed by Curtis Greenbush with 17 points, both on the first line.
Neudecker, number 8 on the ice there, leading the team in scoring as a freshman.
And we're all still waiting for him to grow, right, Johnny?
That's right. Get a little height in him.
He's got to get his dad's size.
Yeah.
Knights take the opening faceoff, and they'll send it into the SLP zone. That's the big guy, Teddy Hotman, bringing it across. And there's Neudecker. Small, quick, and he puts a shot on the net right away. Another shot turned away by the pads of Steiner. It's sent back down to the SLP zone, and it's whistled for icing.
Well, that's what they wanted right there. A nice quick start by the Orioles, getting 2 shots on real quick right away, and that's what you wanted your first line to start the game off on.
Well, Neudecker's no stranger to scoring. He's got 11 goals on the year, 12 assists as part of his 23 points, averaging a point per game. Some action up on the boards as Irondale looks to clear it out of their zone. And some nice aggressive forechecking there by the Orioles. They'll serve it in and change lines. Dan, did you always enjoy playing here at the rec center in your playing days?
Oh yeah, the rec center is a great. I think it's one of the best arenas in the metro area here. It's got good seating capacity, good sound to it. My favorite. I mean, this and Braemar are my 2 favorite places to play back when we were in the Classic Lake Conference.
What rink was that? What rink? The second
Braemar.
rink? What rink?
Braemar. You're home. You're home, Johnny.
I'll tell you what, I think the rec center has as much, if not better, atmosphere than that main rink at Braemar. It's a barn. It's been here for a long time. We can all remember the old curved roof and with the windows up top where the sunlight, sunlight would come in the rec. That's not the same anymore. A very comfortable ice rink here, but there's great history and great heritage here.
Our senior year, we were on the visiting side because there was scaffolding up on the other bench.
It was holding the roof up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got our first tweet. Vera Wang tweets us to tell us that Charlie Hill's sister and his cousins are watching the game from Chicago.
Oh wow, that's the great thing of
they wish him the best.
Being live streamed on the internet. What a shot by senior! I got a comment. Bushy, big senior shot there, just like he was back at the outside park, outside his backyard at Center Park. That's a great shot by Bushy. Great save. He was going 5-hole. The goalie just squared him up and took it down.
Another good shot.
He just rang the bell. He rang the dinner bell.
And Teddy had a save there for the other team. Good pressure early, though, by the Orioles. Good to see.
They're going to send it down the ice. It's Nick Hames, number 11, the junior forward, getting after it. Said Park changing lines now, looking to get something going. Get it back into the Irondale zone. Connor Clares, who's in net for the Orioles tonight, comes in with a record of 8-12-2, 3.65 goals against average, as that shot goes wide, and so do a couple rebounds off the pads. Steiner, the goalie for Irondale, comes in with a 1-14-1 record and a 5.27 goals against average. Orioles looking to take advantage.
Luca went to let that big shot go and just missed her. Just came on the heel of his stick.
Here's Noah Fortmeyer bringing it in. Trying to keep it away from the 4-on-1 defender advantage there. And they'll send it back down.
Pressure's on early. It looks like Irondale's in almost a 1-2-2 forechecker where they're only sending one guy in hard and they're locking on the wings. Maybe try to stay defensive early.
Yeah,
Shot deflected away.
Bissy, I think you're right. When they do get in the offensive zone, they're only sending one and they're putting two forwards high. Kind of a what you'd call a conservative forecheck. I tell you, as a goaltender, I never liked when my team ran that. It just seemed that the whole flow when they did come out was you were coming back and you're backing up. Mm-hmm. I personally like the more aggressive style. You want to go in, you want to control the puck. If you control the puck, the other team doesn't. It's kind of like a prevent defense in football. Yeah. It's not one of my favorite systems or concepts out there, but so far Irondale is running that when they get it in the offensive zone. Another ice by Irondale.
Yeah.
Orioles will go to face-off now with their first line, so they're going to look to make something happen here in the Irondale zone.
Yeah, it's interesting. They go to that early on, maybe play a little defense, come out of the period, maybe tied, and then who knows what they'll see in the second period or if they switch it halfway through this first. Keep an eye on that.
Strong shot goes wide, and there's a nice rebound by Neudecker, but no go.
Nick, if you saw Noah's shot there, what a quick release. I just enjoy watching it. The senior defenseman, number 16, he got it to the point. He is so quick on that release. And he just missed the net. He would have hit the net. I think it would have went in. But that's one of his strengths. He's had it for a very long time. And it's fun to watch him. They're going to miss that senior strength and that senior shot on defense. Here he is again next year.
Irondale brings it in. And now that's going to be whistled dead.
Offsides there.
Crowd filling up here at the rec center. It was a little sparse at first, but the fans starting to fill in.
It's nice to see. Anytime you get people all the way down in the far corner, it's a pretty good crowd. Pretty good crowd on a Thursday.
No doubt. I've seen this place pretty packed back in my high school days.
Well, that's because you had Bissy out on the ice, and he would bring all the young girls out from the high school, fans of Mr. Bissy, and
he was quite the fan attraction.
Yes.
Some things you just can't help, John.
Yes.
I used to think it's because they all wanted to come out and see Zach Meyer hit some people. Zach Meyer lay the lumber and Dave Martinson score some goals. Patty Boardwick setting up behind the net. Almost a one-timer out in front there.
It's Nick Owens, number 9, digging for the puck there on the boards. And Irondale comes away with it. Orioles send it back in. They'll make a change. We've got another Twitter question here. Chris Tatarek writes us from the great state of New Jersey to ask, what was your favorite memory from the rec center in high school? I know for me it was probably the senior all-night party which we held here.
Oh, is that where you did it? You did it here at the rec?
Yeah. Heading down the water slide in pitch black, it was pretty crazy.
Some things, just don't change.
I'm sure Danny has some good hockey memories here. What was your biggest win here at the rec center, Dan?
Oh gosh, I remember what was our biggest win? I don't know. We had a relax. we had a Dinah here after the second game after we beat them. They're undefeated #1. We beat them at their place, and we came here and it was pretty much a sellout crowd here, and there was a hole in the ice, and they wanted to move the game over to the East Rink, which holds a fourth, maybe a fifth of what the capacity is here, and so it was about a half-hour delay. They had to fill up the hole in the ice, and then we got smoked 5-1, I think, by Edina.
Connor Clare is the Park goalie getting pressed for the first time really here tonight.
They had a little bit of action in tight. They tried to stuff after a shot went wide. Gave him an opportunity. Here comes Bauer.
And now here come the Orioles. Greenbush bringing it across, the senior.
Lines 1 and 2 getting a lot of ice time early, it seems like.
Here comes Neudecker. Feeds it back, and there's going to be pass over to the side there. We'll try to get it back to the middle, but it slips away.
Nice idea there. Nice movement. Just off a little bit.
Right thought. Orioles looking very strong on defense, not giving them a lot of opportunities here.
Hills does a good job in those corners there, huh, John? All year.
Yes, he battles hard. Wins his one-on-ones.
Stays defensively and doesn't get beat to the net.
And, well, looks like we have a goal. They managed to sneak it in.
Wow, you know, that was really, you know, the referee was right down there. It was hard for me to see where the puck went, and I'm not sure if our goaltender Claire's Newell watched the replay. It looked like it was just a scrum in front, and you really couldn't see where the puck was, and somehow it managed to slip past the goal line, which gives Irondale, who really hasn't much sustained pressure at all, a 1-0 lead here midway through the first.
Orioles try to answer back quickly here now.
Looked like one where the goalie didn't know where it was, and it just squeaked through the pads there.
Right.
Maybe I don't think it was as good as David Backus's swat out of midair today, but.
Right.
1-0 Irondale, 8:19 left to go here in the first period.
Well, they got T.J. Remford, Lucas Savage out there, you know, and I think that right now with Noah on D as well, we got, it looks like Nicky on the, and Owens out there. So we'll see what they do here if they can answer quickly. Luca's a big shot, so maybe can get her done.
Here's Bordwick bringing it up, and then he might try to take a shot there with the backhand. Misses high. Orioles will keep it in, and they'll keep the pressure coming. Another shot, and it's in.
Well, you know, it was number 9 for the Orioles, and so that is a wonderful goal for Nick Owens.
Junior forward.
Junior forward. I was just fighting with his dad for the mic earlier tonight, so it's good to see. It's good to see Nicky bury one. Great pass. We'll listen for the assist here. I saw it come across, but you know, if Frommer was here, and he's probably watching us, Skyping us, you know what he would say? That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Right after Irondale scored, the Orioles come right back on the next shift and tie this thing right back up.
It's like it slipped it right through the 5-hole on him there.
What you want to do, you want to answer right back. Never too high, never too low, as Tim Donahue used to say. And keep your composure and come right back at
him. The legendary Tim Donahue, of course, a longtime Orioles hockey coach. Coached Dan and his bunch to the state tournament in 2003.
If I'm right, Johnny, is that Nick Owens back-to-back goals, back-to-back games, and he got his first one against Mound? And
he did. You're absolutely correct. So he's had goals in 2 consecutive games.
Hills at the point.
It's a big shot there from Hills, smothered by the goalie, and he turns another one away. Orioles keeping the pressure going.
Irondale's letting Park control the puck on the outside. It seems they're kind of bottling up the middle, letting them control the puck on the outside. And
yeah, Bissy, I think you were Dan. You were onto something earlier when you said, you know, not only in the offensive zone where they're playing a conservative forecheck, in the D zone they're trying to keep all perimeter shots. So I think they're almost playing, even when they're full strength, they're playing kind of a box. and keeping them to the outside. Probably thinking our goaltender can make those saves, just don't give them any quality shots.
Yeah.
6:50 left to play here in the first period. We got a 1-1 tie. Orioles and Knights.
Yeah, and with all that time, John, on the outside, you'd think that gives time for someone to sneak back door, or
Yeah.
you give guys time, and without pressuring the puck, it gives them time, and it gives other guys time to move around. So
Yeah, it gives them
We'll
time
see
and
if-
space, and it was the same thing I said earlier. As a former goaltender, I didn't like the conservative forecheck. I don't like a conservative defensive zone coverage either. I'd rather have our guys attack, and if they miss, that's what a goalie's there for. But to kind of sit back and you're kind of in a shell, it can be dangerous because you just don't know what's going to happen.
well, that's always the golden rule. You don't want to give someone time with the puck, time and space with the puck, when you take that away.
Here's the speedy Neudecker bringing it in. Showing some nice stick work, but he gets jammed up. We're going to clear that one out. And it's Nick Haynes back to retrieve. He gets smothered, and now Irondale with a chance. Nicely defended.
There's Irondale's top line out here right now. Haven't been too noticeable all game, but we'll see. Keep an eye on 17. That's their leading scorer.
Kylan Eilifson, number 17, a senior forward for the Knights. Got 14 points on the season, 6 goals, and 8 assists. Here's Owens bringing it down. He'd sure like to find the net again here in the first period. Now here comes the odd man rush for Irondale. Passes it across, and he's gonna have a good shot, and he puts it in. Top shelf on the goalie Clares.
Well, it was a beautiful execution of a 2-on-1. The breakdown obviously happened in their offensive zone, but they came down and to be able to make that pass, but then the subsequent shot. The flip pass over, just a beautiful saucer pass, and then he just roofs it. No chance for Claresy on that one. Here's we try to pinch, and there was just someone coming up right to support. Great puck support by Irondale. That's what led to that goal. Puck support in their defensive zone. That great transition game came down and buried the biscuit.
So it looks like their game plan is working so far. I mean, they bottle us up, keep us out of the middle, and keep Park out of the middle, and get those pucks that get deflected or blocked and out for odd man rushes. So far it's working.
Always put it on net, but Steiner's able to turn it away. And now they'll fight for it up against the boards. 2-1 Knights lead here with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the first period.
And big Joey Kramer, senior, took going to be charged for a hold. Now they were going at it. I watched them down in front of the net down here, Nick. They were going at it in the slot in front of the Irondale goalie. Came back all the way in front of the boards here, and they got in a little tussle. And I think, unfortunately, they took Joey. Just one of them. So the Orioles will have the first penalty kill of the game, and they'll want to get out of this without giving up one, so they can stay within a one goal difference.
Definitely do not want to dig themselves into a hole here. So this is a big penalty kill. Shot is gloved by Clares.
And you're just not going to beat Connor Clares on a straight shot if he can see it. He's just that good of a goaltender. He comes out, he's got the angle, watches it right into his glove.
Orioles sporting the solid orange jerseys, which I believe were introduced my senior year in 2004. They're looking sharp.
Some teams bring a throwback for one game. They bring it back for the whole season.
2004 was a good year. Irondale looking to make something happen here on the power play, and once again the Orioles are able to clear it out.
It's a big kill at the end of the period if they can get this penalty killed off. Only be down 1 going into the break. It'd be huge. If not, get a shorty here with some pressure.
And Kurt Greenbush, who almost had that break there, is no stranger to shorthanded goals. I think he's got 3 this year, if not more. So he can score, and so can Bauer on being shorthanded.
Yeah, you'd think with Irondale not scoring a whole lot of goals this year and not having a whole lot of offense, if your Coach Keesley's telling them to pressure them on this power play or on the penalty kill.
And they're bringing it. 30 seconds left on the power play here. Irondale looking to find an opening. Shot is turned away off the stick. Clares knocks it away.
There's Eilifson working the point.
Big number 17 here, the leading scorer. He gets another shot off, but can't quite get it to go. And now here comes Kramer back, bringing them to even strength. Minute and 20 left in the period. Orioles looking to even it up before the intermission. Now less than a minute to go. And here come the Orioles. Big hit delivered up on the boards there. Number 16, Noah Fortmeyer, big senior defenseman. Make sure you stay tuned for the intermission. John's going to have an interview.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that interview. Holly Nichols from our girls program, our girls youth coordinator.
Orioles looking to maybe get one more shot off here before the end of the period. That's turned away. And the first period will come to an end with Irondale leading it 2-1.
Well, Bissy, I don't know what you think, but I think that the Orioles will look at that period and just it was one of those periods where they came out strong the first couple of shifts and then just got a little lethargic for both teams. And at the end of the period, the Irondale ends up 2-1, and I would think that the Orioles think they can do a little better than that, and probably if they can pick up that intensity in the second period, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got just keep putting the puck on net. Good things happen when you keep putting the puck on net. You never know. Irondale caught a nice little break with that bouncing puck that Clares couldn't pick up, and for their first goal, and then obviously the odd man rush they took advantage of for that 3-on-1 for goal number 2. But 1-goal game going into the second.
That's wonderful.
Park looks like they've been dominating so far, so we'll see dominating the puck possession, so we'll see if they come out same way in the second.
Well, for our big booth, our guest has got here, Holly Nichols. We'll get her in here and get the headset on her. Come right in here, Holly. We're gonna have a seat here, and we'll put these on you.
Originally from Wisconsin.
What, you are?
No, are you?
No.
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 Okay.
No. My wife is, of course. Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Holly Nichols, and Holly is our girls coordinator as part of our youth program here. And so hopefully you can hear. We got a little a mid-ice show going on here tonight. Oh, there's the raffle ticket, Holly. We got to talk about this briefly. They are raising money for the high school. There's a raffle tonight, and it is a big prize. So I bought a raffle ticket. Are you pulling yours out to see if you can be the lucky winner?
What's the purse? $1,000?
It's a $1,000 purse is the biggest prize, and then of course they've got some smaller prizes, a few 250s and some other prizes. So it's a great raffle. So we're gonna cut away from our interview if they call my name, just so you know I'm running down there to get it. Yeah, I'm probably not eligible. That's right. I'm ineligible for. Paul's letting me know I can't be eligible for that. Yeah, Paul. What I did is I stacked a box. It's all my tickets in there. So I want to welcome Holly. Holly, how long have you been the girls coordinator for the St. Louis Park Youth Girls Program?
Since the fall.
Since the fall.
2013. Yep.
So tell me a little bit about how many teams we got in the girls youth program.
Sure. This year we have 2 U8 teams, an orange and a blue, one U10B team, and one U12B team.
So that's wonderful. So we got 4 teams in the youth. Maybe let's focus on a couple of them. Tell me a little bit how they're doing.
Yeah. Well, our U10s are doing very well. They took first place in the Blaine tournament.
Wow.
And they took 3rd place last weekend in the Woodbury Sweetheart tournament.
So they've got a first place tournament win and a 3rd place tournament win.
Correct.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And the U8s are doing really well. They play district games.
Yeah.
And now it's the second half is full ice for the girls, and they're skating about 3 times a week. And breakfast morning club, if they want to go to that, at about 7 a.m. on Fridays.
So the U8, so everybody knows at home watching this, they're young girls, 8 and under. So it's not a huge commitment. You're playing 3 times a week, and maybe if you want some extra ice, breakfast club. But now they started out with not a full sheet, and now they've gravitated to full sheet ice.
Correct.
Yeah.
They were playing pond hockey for 6 weeks, and then they've just switched. And so that's all through the district. It's part of it.
Yeah. And when you say pond hockey for the folks at home, that doesn't mean you're going outside to a pond. What they're doing for those people that aren't familiar with hockey is they're taking a large sheet like this and they're breaking it down into smaller sections.
Correct.
Yeah. It's I've been fortunate where I've had 2 girls come up through the St. Louis Park program, and it's just a great sport. It's a great sport to play, and it's a great sport in the winter to make the winners, especially a winter like this, to go fast, because these rinks aren't what they used to be, where you're standing around in cold rinks. These rinks are very comfortable. It's enjoyable, and you talk about physical fitness, and we all talk about kids these days and getting exercise. It's a great way to get physical fit and get some activities, build some team skills that can transfer to work skills later in life by playing hockey. So I know that you've got a daughter that plays, and what's her experience been?
Right, she's having a great time. Yeah. She's a U12 this year, and will play for a couple of years. The nice thing about our partnership with Hopkins is that it's a very similar community as St. Louis Park.
Yeah.
Our numbers were very similar, and so she's been able to meet a whole new group of friends.
Nice.
And they spend a lot of time together, and the tournaments are always fun when they all get to kind of hang out in the hotel. And
isn't that funner for the parents?
It is very fun for the parents.
So, I don't know who has more fun on those trips, the parents or the kids. But you touched on the meeting kids from Hopkins, because our girls combines with Hopkins so that there's more teams and there's people playing with people, but they not only meet people. I think what people don't realize is that you may be going to a specific elementary school in St. Louis Park, but when you play hockey, you'll meet kids that are going to other elementary schools in St. Louis Park, other schools in Hopkins, and you really become lifelong friends with those people.
Definitely. When you start young enough, that happens. So when they even get to middle school, it's so comfortable for them to transition into 6th grade at the middle school, because they already have a community of friends from different schools.
Right, because they met them playing hockey in the winter. Yeah.
We also merge with the lacrosse team is also combined with Hopkins. So we've got some overlap there
Right.
as well.
And you know what? The proximity of those two communities being right next to each other, us and Hopkins, makes a tremendous amount of sense. I know when my girls were a little younger, and although they had a wonderful experience, we were combined up with New Hope and Robbinsdale, and that was a little bit more of a commute going up Highway 100. So, you know, the one thing, if anybody is looking to have their daughter play hockey, it's very convenient. This rec center is centrally located in St. Louis Park, and you also practice at the Hopkins rink, which is so close. So you're not going far.
Yeah, it's right off Excelsior Boulevard, just west of 169. So if you do have a practice at 5:30, you can take back roads to get there, and you can still be on time.
Yes.
So yes, it is great proximity.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell me a little bit, if someone is interested in playing hockey, is there a way they can try it for really no cost or little cost?
Yes, we've got a couple sessions coming up. March 1st, right here at the rec center, we're going to have a try hockey for free. It'll be from 3:30 to 4:30, the ice time, but we want you to arrive at about 3 o'clock or earlier. Bring a friend with you. We're going to have equipment, skates, helmets. If you need to borrow those for the session, that's just fine. We'll probably have a couple instructors out on the ice, some coaches, and kind of just give them an idea of what it's like to put on gear, put on their skates, and get out there with their friends. So we'll be doing that March 1st, and then that'll be co-ed. And then on March 22nd at 2:15 to 3:15, that will be an HP hockey, girls only.
Okay.
And so, again, bring a friend, and we're going to be having some fun games and just getting them acclimated to skating and playing hockey. And if you bring a friend, then you can get a free T-shirt. You and your friend can get a free hockey T-shirt.
So you bring a friend, you get a free hockey T-shirt. Do this for us again, Holly. Give those 2 dates again, because I want the people at home. This is a great opportunity for those watching who have kids that are even a little bit interested in hockey, or maybe you're a parent thinking, geez, do I really want to do that? Come down. There's no cost. Get them out on the ice. You'll enjoy watching them. You'll enjoy watching them fall down and get back up, but that's all part of the game of hockey. But give those dates again and the opportunity.
On March 1st, it's Saturday from 3:30 to 4:30 here at the rec center. And just come at about 3 o'clock or so to sign up and get the equipment that you need. And that'll be co-ed. And on March 22nd, just a couple weeks later, from 2:15 to 3:15, here again at the rec center. And we'll have all the gear that you need, and it's very fun, and bring a friend.
That's awesome. I got to thank Holly for coming up. And we got some people looking at us in the booth having some fun. But I tell you, Holly, I want to thank you for coming up and being here, and I want to thank you for what you do with the youth program and the girls. A lot of time people don't say thanks, but you know, our youth program is primarily volunteers, and to have you step up and do the girls coordination, I think many people appreciate all the time you put in, what it means to the young girls to have someone that is there caring about them, cares about the program. So thank you. And thanks for stopping up, and thanks for filling us in on girls hockey in the park.
Go HP hockey.
Go HP hockey.
Park.
Go Park. All right, Paul, we're going to take a brief break before we come back for the second period. So for John Basil, ParkTV 16, and Holly Nichols, our girls coordinator, we'll see you in a bit.
Welcome back to the Rec Center in St. Louis Park for ParkTV 16's coverage of Orioles and Knights here on senior night for SLP. Irondale leading it 2-1 here after one period. Orioles missed some chances and let a tough one slip through in the first period. Dan, what do they got to do to get back ahead here in the second?
Well, I think with Irondale playing so defensive, it looks like Park's worried about offense and not taking care or giving up some odd man rushes because they all get caught down low trying to put the puck in the net. So they got to remember their positioning on their forecheck and positioning when the puck gets turned over and Irondale gets the puck to break it out, because it looks like they've been caught a few times flat-footed in their own zone, and Irondale had that 3-on-1 rush, which obviously ended up in the back of the net. But other than that, I think you just need to get shots on net. Just keep pressuring this goaltender. I mean, he's pretty worn down throughout the year by giving up his 5 goals on average a game. So keep getting shots in the net, keep crashing the net hard, and I guess everyone needs to stick to their job.
Expert insight from Danny Bissonette. We're underway here in the second period. Orioles with their first line on the ice. They're going to look to get this thing tied up as quickly as they can.
See if Bauer, Neudecker, and Curtis Greenbush can generate some offense here in the second period. They had a few shots the first couple shifts of the game, but other than that, not a whole lot.
Orioles 2 leading scorers. Got to give my compliments to the chef here at the Rec Center concession stand. Had a hot dog during the intermission, and it was top notch.
This kid likes his food.
You can't find a better value than the $2 hot dog here at the Rec Center. A little battle on the boards there with Greenbush, trying to dig it out of there. Slips out, and now Irondale comes away with control. Orioles will change lines and regroup here. A nice pass, but it slipped away.
Ooh, just about a foot too long there. A little softer on the boards. They might have had a 2-on-1.
So it'll come back over to the Park zone. And we'll have a face-off nearby the goalie, Connie Clares. Little battle scrum down in the corner as 2 teams fight for possession. Irondale tries to keep it in, but unable to do so.
Oh, we got a penalty.
What's the call here, Dan?
It's like a hold. We got a hold on Irondale. It'll put Park, I believe, on its first power play of the game here. So we'll see if they can generate some scoring chances from this.
15:29, we just got underway here in the second period in a 2-1 game.
Big face-off one there by Lucas Savage. That's important.
It's a big shot let loose, but it misses wide. It's Noah Fortmeyer, the big defenseman, letting off the rocket there. Orioles really want to take advantage here on the power play, get this game tied up.
Can't miss your chances there. Not a whole lot of pressure and a missed pass. Got to take advantage of those.
There's Neudecker getting knocked down over in the corner. Great speed, great stick handling from Neudecker, the freshman leading scorer for the Orioles. Now they'll bring it across and look to set up. Nice pass across, but it slips past Greenbush. Orioles will regroup and try to bring it back. Back out to the point, and they'll work it around here, try to get set up for a shot. It's Nick Hames, number 7, the junior forward. Puck down in the net, they're fighting for it. Orioles are trying to get another shot off there, but
Savage with that big shot tried to let it go, but I think it hit a Irondale defender in front. Looks like they're got a tight box, crowd in the front of the net. They're not going to let many pucks through. See if Park can move the puck around the perimeter and get a backdoor goal, or look to get an open shot with some quick passing. But they got to move the puck a little bit better. Another shot blocked.
With Nick Haynes trying to get it inside there, maybe set up a little rebound opportunity, but couldn't get it through. And now Irondale's able to clear it out. That's the end of the power play as Jake Fuhr returns for Irondale and brings them back to even strength. Not many great opportunities there on the power play there, Dan.
No, not at all. Like I said, they looked like they were running a tight box, weren't chasing the points a whole lot when the puck was out there, and they were really forcing the Orioles to try to break the middle of the ice, and they should have been working it on the outside and looking for backdoor. And the quicker you move the puck around the perimeter, the more stuff opens on the backside. So maybe Coach Keasley will touch on that come on the next power play.
Absolutely. Sent back down to the St. Louis Park zone, and an aggressive play down there by number 28, Kyle Mason. 12.5 minutes left to go here in the second period. Orioles trying to fight back from a 2-1 deficit. Icing is called, and we'll have a stoppage.
It's those little passes like that, the little neutral zone passes that seem to be getting away from Park. Turns into icings, turns into turnovers. They got to start capitalizing on stuff like that. You know, win battles in the neutral zone and end up in the offensive zone, and that's where you want to be.
Puck goes flying into the net, and we'll have another whistle.
Nick, I should ask you as a fan, what was your favorite game that you saw here?
You know, I'd have to probably call out the Edina victory. That was a big one. There were some great games here my senior year after you graduated. A great regular season that year. Very, very tough loss in sections to Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, when you win, they had 20 wins in the regular season. That's always, I think they're 20-5 or something.
Yeah, I think they outshot Spring Lake Park something like 4-1 and lost in sections. It was a rough game.
Yeah, I don't like to be reminded of that, even though I wasn't playing. It's still tough to. They wanted the number 1 versus 2. They wanted to see Blake Wheeler and Peter Mueller, I think, in the section championship. That would have been a fun one to watch.
Here comes Irondale. They're going to take a shot wide, but they'll keep it in the zone and see what they can do here. Orioles take back possession.
Kramer gets the puck deep. Gets a change. I think we're going to get
Orioles
second
are able
line
to
on
keep
the
it
ice.
in here, and big shot taken there that slams against the backboards. Stolen away by Irondale. And the puck will stay out there in the neutral zone.
One-touch
Here come
pass.
the Orioles. That's a nice pass. Sends it in. It's turned away by the goalie Steiner. Another shot goes wide, and it's picked up there on the boards by Hames. Down the ice it goes, and we'll have an icing. Coming right back to the Irondale zone.
Yeah, Irondale cut a break there. They got a little tiny piece of Lucas Savage who had some speed coming through the neutral zone and looked like he was going to take that puck right to the net, but I think some people are yelling for needed contact, but I think he got a clean little piece of his hip and good defense.
Hotman fighting for it down in the corner there. Sends it across to the other side. Nice big check there by Greenbush.
So those are the little things I was talking about, how they chipped it out of the zone. Irondale just likes to kind of chip it out, and they almost had a two-on-one rush there. Defense got to be careful when they pinch, and it doesn't look like Park gets caught without a high forward. They'll give up some odd man rushes, but it looks like Irondale's strategy is just kind of chip it up the middle or chip it out high off the glass, and that's how they try to generate their offense.
Ooh,
It was a
check
nice
there on
check.
Greenbush. Irondale looking to get it out of their zone here. Had it smothered down, and now here's Newdecker sending it to the middle. Knocked away with the stick by Steiner. Orioles will keep it in zone.
Hopman likes to muck it up in the corner there. Almost reminds me of a Joe Brandt from back in the day.
Ah, yes. Joe Brandt, class of 2004.
He's the old third line mucker line.
And we got a little scrum going behind the net there, but that'll be quickly broken up. A lot of former St. Louis Park hockey players tuning in this evening, we've been informed, so a big shout to all them.
There's the big hit on Greenbush right there. Nice little hip check to break that up.
A little face-off down on Park's end here.
Irondale is that blue-collar football community, so it'll probably make these kids know how to play the body, and they do that. They do that well.
Oof. A little bit of a dangerous play there by Rempfer, who got it right into a teammate's skate in front of the net. Shot sails wide. And Irondale will regroup. Rejoined by John here in the booth. Good to see you, John.
It's good to be back.
Looks like we got a high stick here.
I was taking a little break working the crowd, guys. And
oh, that's good.
Looks like Renford might go for a high stick here.
And he does. So once again, the Orioles will be playing shorthanded as they look to draw back to even.
Joey Kramer having a little conversation with the referee, asking a question. I think he thought he got held there.
But he'll retreat to the bench.
See if Luca can put some pressure on and get a shorthanded opportunity.
Strong shot turned away with the stick by Clares, and Orioles will clear it out. How's the penalty been penalty kill been for the Orioles this year, John?
Penalty kill's been pretty good. You know, and as I mentioned earlier, they've had some shorties too, which is nice to see. So yeah, their penalty kill is executed well. And of course, your best penalty killer is your goaltender. So as long as Clarsey can stay strong, we'll be all right.
Scary moment.
What happened there?
We got an injury, man down on the ice.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that. He's holding his head. Paul, maybe we can get a replay on that. I didn't see it. Let's see. He's right there.
Was it Hills?
He's tangled up. I didn't.
Hard to tell what happened there.
Looks like his knee kind of got caught. His skate got caught behind his body, and the knee might have buckled. It just looked like his skate was behind him as he was turning to the net.
And is that?
It's going to be a knee. Looks like a knee.
Is that Charlie Hills?
That's what I thought it was.
Let's see if we can catch a number on that. But that, boy, you know, the one thing about any injuries is you just hate to see them. Yeah, so he rolled.
Especially in the knee area.
Yeah. Looks like she is looking at the knee. And just the way he went down, you knew he was hurt. You know, I should say injured. You know, there's times where you can see players get stung a little bit or hurt, and then they're injured, and this certainly looked like an injury.
Well, it's never a good sign, too, when the gloves get thrown off and he starts, you know, that's kind of the first thing. Get rid of stuff and start grabbing your knee or grabbing whatever you went down for.
Well, that's not a very unfortunate day. You know, and you only play these sports for a short time, and let's see who we got. That does look like Charlie. Oh, boy.
They're going to help him off the ice.
And I'll see if we can't confirm that by a number from up here.
Looks like the left knee hurting for him there.
Yeah, he's going to go off the ice and get that looked at.
Oh, when it gets closer here, I should be able to confirm who we have.
Yep.
Yeah,
Indeed. Charlie Hills.
Charlie Hills, and certainly not what Charlie, who's given really his heart and soul to this program for years and years, and on his senior night here at the rec center, to see him have an injury like that, all we can do is hope that it's kind of buckles. He kind of got his knee caught underneath him, and all we got to hope for is something that is a strain versus a tear, and hope that they can hope it's not too bad. But knowing Charlie, he's a tough player, and so you know, our thoughts go out to him, and it's certainly not what he was looking for on senior night tonight.
Well, we wish him the best, and see if the Orioles can come back in this one without him. Still got a minute of penalty to kill here.
Well, Johnny, now someone's got to step up at defense. I don't know who's filling in for them. I know they roll 5D, so I think they're just going to roll 4 now. And
definitely a tough loss there. Hills was their leading scorer at the defense position.
Yeah, and
12 points on the season.
And I talked about Charlie earlier when we were doing senior night. Charlie's one of the smartest players on and off the ice. I mean, he sees the ice so well. He moves the puck. He positions himself so well. Breaks the puck out well. Just an outstanding player, and will be severely missed by the Orioles.
30 more seconds to kill here.
oh, there's going to be
Big
another
check
penalty.
there, and they're
Another penalty on Park.
Get him with another one. It's going to be a 5-on-3 here for about 25 seconds.
Looks like Plender got high with that.
Yeah, we'll see what he calls here. This could be an interesting call with the new rules. And he called him a cross-check, which is actually a break, because a hit to the head today is a 2 and a 10, and a cross-check is just a 2. So he did come up high. You know, the way they call it today with the rule changes is you just really can't follow up with the up into the head. If you're going to hit someone, you got to hit shoulder to chest, and you can't follow up high. And he followed up high, and they're going to call that today.
Yeah.
Hames, Fortmeyer, and Hopman on the ice here trying to kill the 5-on-3 for the Orioles.
Blast from Reef there at the point. See if they try to feed him the puck
A
there.
big whiff on that one that's going to kill the 5-on-3 at least.
It's a great play by Teddy Hopman.
Orioles get one back, and we're back to 5-on-4 here. Irondale brings it in. Sends it back out. Nice pass across there. Takes a shot, and it's off the pads of players. Another good clear there for the Orioles. Hopman sending it out. Here comes Irondale again. Looking to convert on this power play opportunity. That shot's blocked away. Hopman again making big plays here on the penalty kill.
Bissy, is that a relative?
That is not. But that, the person standing behind me means that legendary Park center Andy Sackerson's in the building tonight.
Ah, okay.
Might need to get him to stop by.
Yeah, we'd love to get him in the booth for a few minutes, pick his brain.
It was nice that the Irondale Knights went off sides on the power play. Orioles will take that any day. They get a fresh lineup out there. Try to kill this thing off and stay within 1 goal here after being down 5-on-4 and then 5-on-3.
Well, we got 40 seconds left to kill.
I think we're 4-1 on penalties. Park's got 4, Irondale with only 1, so
Not a good ratio.
Something once Park gets out of the box here, I think they want to stay out for the remainder of the game. That would help out their offensive chances.
Great penalty kill effort here for the Orioles. Really don't want to let this lead get any bigger. Knight's coming down, looking to get one more shot. Sends it high. Well, bring us back to full strength.
Yeah, and that's great. Yeah, great that they killed off the 2-man power play for Irondale. The other thing that was really nice is the great play on that. I think it was Luca who was actually back there playing D. Great defense on that 2-on-1. Made sure the pass didn't get through. Forced him as far out as possible, which makes it easier for Clarsey to have a bad angled shot. You can't ask much more for that from a defensive when they did get the 2-on-1.
Yeah, if that pass would have gotten across, it could have been trouble. That was how That was how Irondale was able to get their second goal. So.
Yes. Yeah, Nick, they did. Yeah, that second goal was still just a beautiful goal by Irondale. A 2-on-1, nice saucer pass, and it just roofed it. Well, we're back to full strength. Here we
Orioles
go.
win a big face-off, and now they'll bring it down. Under 5 minutes now remaining in the second period. 2-1 Irondale lead. And there is a goal.
I think that was TJ Remper. We'll double check that, but just, you know what, there's never a bad shot on net. Even though that was a bad angle, he just winged it at the net, and it found its way between the 5-hole. I think it hit the inside of the goalie's pad and went in. Watch this bad angle shot, but we'll take it.
And that's one of the things we were touching on before at the break. Just get pucks to the net, put shots on net. This goalie lets in an average of 5 a game, so
yeah,
more shots to get on
Put
net.
shots on him and see what happens, and that worked out for him there. 2-2 tie.
Who was that? Was it Halfin that got?
Well, let's see. I didn't hear it. I'll listen.
TJ Halfin with the goal.
That was TJ.
Senior forward. That's a great senior night for him, and I miscalled that. I didn't see who it was just because he turned so quick. But, you know, I got to say this about TJ. It doesn't surprise me that he's got what I used to call that wide stick. He's a lanky body. He's tall. He's strong, and he's got a strong shot. So, you know, if he can get himself some time and space and fire it on the net, he's successful at scoring because he sees the ice well. The other thing TJ is really good at is kind of controlling the puck with the wide stick. It's just his body type. He reminds me of a guy that I played with in high school that went on to play at Harvard. And
nice pass by Newdeck.
The same kind of body type and same kind of long reach that TJ has. So it's nice to see him bury one on senior night.
Yeah, well, that's just what they needed, especially after killing 2 or 3 penalties there.
Second goal of the season for Halfin, and it's a big one. There's Newdecker down in the zone, and he gets upended. Orioles just looking to get it back in and put something together here. Greenbush working it back off the board. And tough turnover, and now here Irondale look to get something going. Nicely defended there by Nick Hames. And a scrum behind the net. Hopman's able to get it out of there. But Irondale regains. Slap shot sails wide.
It's a dangerous shot, as I don't think Clarsey quite saw that.
There's Hames working up against the board. Hames a very active forward on the defensive end.
Well, he just got moved back though about halfway through the year, so he's got that forward mentality. Which I don't know if Coach Keesley maybe saw a little John Keesley in him, and that's why he moved him back there.
Yeah.
Listed as a forward here, but
another guy that's listening tonight, Johnny K.
Where's Johnny K at? Is he at home or is he in town or out of town?
Oh, big shot on the top shelf.
Lucas Savage.
Lucas Savage, the senior forward, putting it in. Orioles take a 3-2 lead.
You know, Nick and Bissy, that's just nice. That's a nice play.
Yeah.
Just like Irondale's first goal. Watch this replay, comes across, and Luca with a heavy shot. A big boy likes to play physical, and a heavy shot and just drills it in the upper left.
Well, Johnny, that's exactly what we were talking about earlier in the game. They hadn't been moving the puck kind of laterally across the ice to the back door, and if Irondale's going to give them that, not pressure them on the side of on the sideboards, then that's going to, that's going to open up. So glad they finally connected there. Lucas Savage with that heavy shot that we all been waiting to see all night.
Big goal, and the Orioles aren't ready to stop yet. As there, Owens puts a shot on the net. A tangle in the neutral zone, and it's sent over to Park side.
Some good physical play, clean by both sides right now, both battling hard. There's a new intensity in the game with the Orioles taking their first lead of the game.
Yeah.
7th goal of the season there for Lucas Savage.
Let's Renford see if we can force one on net here. Hey, you know, I got a message from our enforcer from back in the day, Zach Meyer. He said he wants to see more big hits out here from St. Louis Park.
Well, if he ordered it, he just saw it this last shift. There's been a couple. Casey Plender laid some body, and Irondale came back with some body. You know, now they called another one
penalty here on the Orioles.
Interference.
Looks like maybe a check from behind.
Well, we'll see the replay behind the net. Okay, so Luca's coming back. Let's see. Oh, that's
he got him for running into him.
Running into him. I don't think it was intentional by Luca. Probably a lot of times the referees can look for the intent. Yeah. It looks like they just kind of collided back there more than anything.
Well, you can see him kind of try to get his shoulders around him.
Right.
He's avoiding him.
And yet you almost could say, because it was in the offensive zone, that he was impeding Lucas. So one of those judgment calls, and it's not easy, and the referee saw what he saw, and it'll put the Orioles shorthanded again.
Well, another tough thing when they're trying to stay out of the box, they you know, it wasn't a dumb play or anything on Luca's point, and it ends up back in the box, so it's an unlucky call there.
So the Orioles will try to kill another penalty here. They've been successful so far tonight. Here it's Eilifson, the leading scorer for Irondale, bringing it down. He lets loose a shot, but it's deflected away. There's Eilifson working with it behind the net. Taken away by Hames. And he'll shoot it over the Irondale bench.
Yeah, I know what the message is going to be in between the second and third, huh? Stay out of the box.
Stay. You know, they got a 3-2 lead, and they certainly, when they get into the third, they're going to make a change here, the forwards, with 27 seconds left.
Yeah, growing up playing on Keesley's Pond and playing with his son, and I can hear Terry right now. Yeah. Well, you know, you just got to stay out of the box there. And,
yeah, you know, that's the one nice thing about Keys. Obviously, a tremendous amount of hockey knowledge, and very soft-spoken about it. Not too often do you hear Keys get too worked up. He just kind of explains the game to the boys.
And he gets right to the point, too.
Yeah.
There's no beating around the bush.
The Leslie Frazier School of Coaching.
Yes.
Shots wide. 7 seconds remaining in the period. Orioles with...
You got to go down and block a shot here.
Oh, big pad save there by Clay.
That's a big save at the buzzer, guys, because that would have made it 3-3. Clarsey saw that at the last moment, and that was through some traffic, so it was nice to see.
So the second period comes to a close. Orioles leading 3-2 after scoring 2 in that period.
And lucky, fortunate to get out of that. Imagine if they stayed out of the box all period. What their chances would have been. So, yeah, very fortunate to come out of this period with a lead.
I think right now the Orioles are feeling very blessed to be coming after 2 periods, be ahead 3-2. And obviously the Orioles have a game to focus on here and a third period to focus on. And, I'll see if I can get any update on Charlie Hills, guys, between the break and report it back to you. But obviously still very concerned about the senior defenseman who's meant so much, not only to this team, to the program.
Exactly.
They've been active for so many years and through the youth. So let's hope Charlie's all right.
The family that's been involved since the first one was a 09 grad. Yeah. They have some messages they're supposed to pass along as we're encouraging the social media. We have BJ Byers from north of 394 sending us luck out to the Orioles. We have a Hopkins guy, even, That's how much we affected the Classic Lake, that Hopkins guys were commenting and sending messages out. We got Steve Stromp, who was one of Hopkins' better players, saying good luck to the Orioles. We have all the way from Denver, Colorado.
Wow.
An older sister of TJ Renford, Sam Renford, sent a message saying that she wishes she was skiing, but she had to be stuck home watching it. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's says good luck, Tej.
I got to do a shout out to Sam, because when Sam's in town, she finds her way over to our house to spend a little time with my oldest daughter, Anna. So, Sam, I hope it's going well out there. And, you know, if we can hold this lead in the third period, you're much better off watching this park hockey game than being skiing out in Denver.
She said there was she's looking at a bio book in between plays, I think. Studying biology.
Studying hard in college. Good.
And then, like I mentioned earlier, John Keesley is just, I think right now he's just east of Bunnies at his house, 1 block east of Bunnies, watching the game online.
Bunnies, of course, a St. Louis Park institution.
That and all the way down in Rochester, Minnesota, are Matt Skolnick, who was an 04 grad.
Mm-hmm.
Sending up some wishes for the Orioles, down working at the Mayo Clinic. And that's about all I got.
Isn't that the power of technology and the power of social media today?
Yeah.
Here it's ParkTV, it's being simulcast, and basically we're in a situation where we're reaching people all over the country.
Exactly.
Well, once again, if you want to be included in the broadcast, feel free to tweet us at @NNelson9. If you have any questions or comments you'd like shared on the air, any shout-outs to any of the seniors in tonight's game.
Oh, and sorry, I missed one of the more important ones. My little brother from New York City.
Danny.
Straight from Brooklyn. He said the boys are finally starting to play with some confidence. Let me get a shout out from NYC. So
that's great.
Andrew,
that's awesome.
All around the country.
Gotcha.
The shout outs are coming in from. Well, we're sitting at 3-2 here at the end of 2 periods. We'll be back for 3rd period here shortly. Should be a good one with a 1-goal margin. Make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be bringing you that 3rd period action very shortly here.
What's the best way to rebuild the Twin Cities neighborhoods most in need? You raise hope. You show homeowners that someone cares by volunteering or donating to Rebuilding Together. We are a nonprofit organization that provides critical home repairs, helping low-income families, seniors, and veterans stay safe, warm, and independent in their own homes. You can restore homes and pride in Twin Cities neighborhoods. Donate or volunteer at Rebuilding Together Twin Cities.
Hello and welcome back to the legendary Rec Center Arena here in St. Louis Park. We're ready to bring you the 3rd period here between the Orioles and the Irondale Knights. Orioles leading 3-2 after scoring twice in the 2nd period. And Dan, I think that the message, as you mentioned, that Coach Keesley was sending to his players there in the intermission, probably pretty clear.
Stay out of the box. Yeah, we can see what they do when they play with them 5-on-5. It's absolutely, I mean, it's probably 80% in Irondale's end when they're 5-on-5, but they just got to watch the dumb penalties.
Well, the Orioles will have to fight their way out of 45 seconds more penalty kill and then hope to stay out of the box here for the rest of the game.
And I know John was going to check on the status of Hills, but I can't see him coming back after a knee injury like that and getting helped off. Yeah, he's a tough kid, but you got to be smart with those knee injuries and with playoffs coming up.
I struggle to skate with 2 good knees, so I got to imagine with a bad one it gets pretty rough. Is that about right?
Unless you're Brian Rose and you can skate on a torn ACL, but only Rosie could do that.
Greenbush at the center of the ice there with Matt Laporte of Irondale for the faceoff. And looks like we got a faulty clock here, so we'll just get that reset quickly. And
they wanted to play a minute, I think, 72nd, 3rd period.
Really trying to get this thing going.
Terry might have slipped him a 20.
Game is running a little late after the senior night introduction, so we might have to get home and catch MacGyver.
Especially for our East Coast viewers, too. Chris Tatarik's getting a little sleepy out in New York, so is my brother.
Got to give a very special birthday shout out to Mary Rather, tuning in watching the game, tweeting at us this evening.
Mm-hmm. The girlfriend of the all-time leading scorer on the JV team,
yes.
Zach Strauss.
Strauss.
Also had a good varsity career.
Legendary JV performer. And we're underway with Irondale taking control after the face-off. Orioles starting short-handed here, and they'll clear it out quickly.
There's the important one. They usually say it takes about a high school team about 20 seconds to come down and set up, so you're thinking every time you dump it, it's about 20 seconds off the power play.
It was a big play by Greenbush to steal it away.
No, that's not
looks
good.
Like he might be limping a little bit.
Bushy's had some shoulder problems in the past, so I'm sure he felt that one.
Comes Irondale bringing it across. It's Tanner Lamott sending it back out to the blue line. Slash shot falls short.
That's a big
Another shot.
big block by Plender, even though he doesn't
close.
have his stick.
And a big glove save there by Clares. So we were hoping to get former Oriole player Andy Sacrison in the booth here in the third period. How did your efforts to that end go for you over there in the stands, Dan?
Well, you know, Sacky's a soft-spoken, somewhat shy individual, so I think he didn't want all the attention on him. I think he wanted to be about the players that are out there right now.
Puck got loose in the crease there, but they're able to get rid of it. And now Irondale will bring it back across. 15:45 left to go here in the game. Orioles leading by 1. And Borwick has a little trouble there, handling the puck. Loses control, and Nick Owens will grab it. Attempted connection with Borwick is intercepted, and Irondale will keep it in the zone.
Watch the far side wing on the breakout for Park seems to be open a lot. Let's see if that continues to happen, or if it was just Irondale a few times.
Marty O'Connell bringing it down for Irondale here. He gets it taken away. Scrum in front of the net. Ooh! Kicked away by Clares. Dangerous spot there. Sent back out and back across the line. Nice break there for the Orioles. Irondale will reset. Nice pass there. TJ Rempher working him up against the boards and getting the Orioles back the puck. Oh, and almost a big misplay there by the goalie Steiner. Puck sails over the glass and we'll have a stoppage.
Looked away for a second. What happened? That jump bounce over his stick?
He just almost mishandled it and let it slip by.
Trickled right through his legs.
He's texting me. How they doing? I said they're doing good. Oh, are you seeing it?
Yeah, we as we are the replacement announcers, John Fromm sending his love from, I think he's down in Mississippi.
Seeing Ryan, yep. And now hopefully he's got us in. I got Tommy Rempfer, another one of our great subs standing next to me here. So, and I got Frommer, who, you know, again, another dedicated guy to the community. He just enjoys us. So he texts me between periods, you know, asking, how are the boys doing? I said, good. They're not you, Frommer, but they're doing good.
Who could be?
Who could be?
We're just trying to carry the torch.
That's
here.
Right.
John, were you able to get an update on the health situation?
I was. So I was down. I had a chance to talk to Charlie's father just briefly. You know, some good and bad news on the report on Charlie. And it was hard to pick up on the replay, but he had got hit on a shot.
Oh, Bauer in front with the goal.
Orioles.
From Curdy Greenbush. That's
there we go.
You know, both, we'll take a minute and then we'll come back to Charlie. Both of the last goals for the Orioles, wonderful plays. You know, here Curdy gives a quick pass out, I think from the corner, right on Bauer's tape. Well, who was that right there? Is that Curdy? Yep.
Yeah, that was Greenbush to Newdecker.
Yep, and just a great quick pass, and Bauer made sure he buried it in the lower corner. That gives them
look where Irondale's defense is. They're all down below the top of the circle. So
yep. And
we're talking about players coming up and stepping up from up high and coming down low behind the defenseman. And it's
12th
worked.
goal
It's
of the
worked
season
twice
there for
so
Newdecker, puts the Orioles up 4-2.
And that's Bauer, their leading goal scorer. finally getting on the board tonight. First line finally getting their first points tonight.
And that's nice for them to see get that first goal this third period to put them up by 2. If they can get one more, it may just seal the deal. Now back to Charlie. Obviously, when I was talking to his father, what I didn't see on the replay was how a shot had come through earlier, and it caught him right on the foot. And I think there was a little delayed reaction until he didn't know the severity of it until he put weight on that foot. Right now, they're hoping a severe bruise on the foot, but of course I think they're probably going to be taking some x-rays and hoping that there's no crack. So obviously out for the remainder of the night. If that in fact is what it is versus a knee, I think that is a much better situation. Obviously it's a real good situation if there's no crack and it's just a deep bone bruise, but time will tell on that. But that's the update from downstairs, boys.
We appreciate that, John. Thank you for the update. And the Orioles now playing with a lot of confidence here now that they've got the lead. Nice pass there. And a shot by Kramer.
And it would have been nice for senior Joey Kramer to nail that one. Very close, great shot. Really a nice save by the goaltender as well.
Apologies for that. Just having a little silent conversation here in the booth, trying to straighten some things out. But here come the Knights. Shot sails wide of the net. It's picked up by Loken. Orioles take it back, and now they'll look to break out.
There's Windblom, a young sophomore center for the third line. He's getting some chances today.
Brought across there by Hopman. Been very active in tonight's game.
Here's Teddy. John, I described Teddy as kind of the mucker, the guy that works hard in the corner, works hard in front of the net, gets the garbage goals.
The one thing that a great back check by Curdy Greenbush there to really save a goal coming back from his wing position. Now they're coming up.
Yeah, that was well set up by Irondale, but Greenbush got in the middle and broke it apart. Now he'll look to try and get the puck away from 3 guys here, and he does it. Very nice stick handling. Newdecker sends it down into the corner. Back to the middle where Greenbush tries to get a shot off, can't go.
I think puck possession for Park and puck movement very key in this third period. They're a lot faster than these Irondale defensemen, and if they can move the puck and keep control of it, I mean, you could see another 2-3 goals pop in. Savage had Plender in the slot there.
Carried around there by Lucas Savage. Big slap shot attempted there by Nick Owens.
That's what I'm talking about right there, Johnny and Nick. They get Irondale clogs up the middle there, especially when the puck moves to the point. The defensemen got to get their heads up and slide it back door or slide it to the side of the net for someone instead of always trying to force that puck through the middle where they're got 3-4 defenders.
Face-off is won there by Bordwick and the Orioles. And there Owens tried to come in with the check, didn't quite connect.
Bordwick's done a nice job this year joining the lineup and working really hard up there. It's nice to see. No ice, waved it off.
Yeah, Petty's kind of coming to his body recently.
Yeah.
He's grown a lot and real talented kid.
Another small world. I had the opportunity with Patty's mother to graduate with her from high school. So.
Oh, wow. I had the opportunity to coach him in Band of B1s in his first year, and me and my assistant coach Brian Rose, who is another kid I graduated with, a captain of our team, coached that team. And Patty was kind of like a deer out there. He jumped around all over the ice, but he's a lot smoother skater now and a lot better with the puck.
Bordwick was almost able to sneak a deflection off the defender through there.
And
Still just wide of the net.
And he might be starting in the middle infield for us this year, John.
Nice.
Good baseball player.
Good baseball player.
Good young baseball player.
You know, it's really amazing how many of these hockey players also, you know, not only play multiple sports, but a lot play baseball. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was counting before the game and talking to Nick. I think we got five baseball players out here on the varsity.
Wow.
As a baseball and hockey player yourself, Dan, what would you say are sort of the skills that are applicable to both? Do you think your baseball career helped your hockey shot?
There's a knee. That's a dangerous check.
We'll watch the replay on this, and you see him coming down on a 2-on-2.
I think Halfin just stuck his knee out there, and
yeah, he was kind of trying to step up to take the body, and just ended up catching the leg. So I don't think it was anything intentional. He was going to play the body. He kind of came up. The guy cut a little bit.
The refs seem to, that's the one they got to call.
They're going to call
those
that.
Those are the dangerous knee injuries. That's what I did that once to BJ Byers in practice, and I've never heard the end of it. Even though it wasn't an intent. You can't stick your knee out there.
Yeah, well, you just gotta.
BJ, that's for you. I know he's listening.
Yeah, well, you gotta tell BJ you should have been a little more shifty, a little more quick. You shouldn't have ran into my knee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So another penalty to kill here for the Orioles. They've had a few of those today, but they've done well.
Irondale seems a little confused on this power play. Look, I mean, they're not spread out down low.
No, they're jumbled.
You like to move the puck up top, and then
Jake Fear falling down there with this puck and turns it over. Orioles are able to clear it. Here comes Eilerson, leading scorer for Irondale. They could use a big play from him here, get back in this game. Sends it across behind the net. And they're battling back there for it.
There it goes.
Knocked away there by Newdecker, and another big clear there.
Yeah, again, their penalty kill has been solid, and again, you see it, and almost, I don't think if Bauer wouldn't have been near the end of that shift, could have maybe made a run for it to see if he could track it down in the offensive zone.
They've had a lot of time to work on their penalty kill tonight.
Right. It's amazing with the time the Orioles have spent in the box. They've got a 2-goal lead here about midway through the third period, in which they want to hang on to.
Eilerson controls, and once again, Irondale looked to come down on the attack. Here's William White bringing it into the zone, passes it over to Eilerson. Eilerson gets a shot off, but it's knocked into the net. Another question on Twitter, this one from Dave Dahl. Not sure if that's the KSTP weatherman or a person who mysteriously has the same name, but he asked what the current discussion around retiring SLP great Andrew Yeager's number is. I haven't heard any buzz to that effect.
Oh, Yeager. His number might be retired because he broke so many bones that they don't want to jinx anyone with...
It's like retiring the number 13.
Exactly. The unlucky number 8. Yeager was a heck of a player for us, too. Kid had some good hands, a real smart player, too, Johnny. I don't know if you know the Yeager family at all.
Right.
But they sent 2 kids through the program. I think Mikey, his younger brother, Mike Yeager, is coaching, one of the assistants on the Squirt A team.
So the power plays come to an end, and we're back at even strength here as the Orioles look to close out the Irondale Knights here over the last 6.5 minutes. A little battle down in the corner for the puck, and the glove comes off, but the Orioles are able to bring it across.
It's a 3-on-2.
Nice stick work there by Noel Wildblum.
Nick, I know you mentioned earlier about the similarities between baseball and hockey and athletic movements. I think when you're just the whole transfer of weight for taking a shot and hitting a baseball.
Big check into the boards there by Nick Hames.
We like to talk about the transfer of weight and staying behind the puck, staying behind the baseball. So that's, I think, the biggest thing. But I don't know, you get guys playing multiple sports. It's they're around their teammates more, and tend to guys that play multiple sports tend to be better team players, and better leaders out there too.
Great take.
Patty almost had a chance there.
Bordewick trying to bring it around and get a shot off. And
TJ Halfin just went off for a change. He was really working hard down in this corner, along with Nicky Owens, doing some great cycling. Got a couple shots and won some one-on-one battles, which was nice to see. The other senior we got out there right now, as we get into the final 5 minutes of the game, I'll point them out because it's their final senior night. We got Lucas Savage out there playing left wing. Maybe he can bury one more for the Orioles.
fed back in there by Owens. Will go to work.
You know, one thing you'll say about Luca, you know, as he's out there and one of his final shifts here, at least at the home rink. Of course, they'll have additional games going on throughout the rest of the season. Lucas always brings energy, physical play, and a big shot. You know, you know, he's a big guy, so he kind of likes to circle at times. But you know, he's effective out there too. When he gets in the right space, and he puts himself in the right space, and he uses his physical play and his big shot. That's why he's done so well as far as putting up points for the Orioles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first time I saw him play was sophomore year, and we were watching it with a bunch of guys, some of them that played college hockey from our group. And the one thing you noticed is one of my buddies said, "Wow, he's got a heavy shot, heavy slap shot."
Yeah.
And that was his sophomore year.
Those heavy shots are tough for goaltenders. Yeah. Noah now out there, another senior. Made a nice D-to-D pass across to his partner to break it out. Irondale circled it back in. But we'll get an opportunity to watch Noah here in one of his final shifts in the rec center. He's going for a change right now, but a good shift by Noah.
Ooh. You know, I hate to see with Lucas Savage with such a good shot. When he gains the zone, he kind of slows down or tries to take it to the corner. When you cut across at the top of the circles.
Oh boy!
Quite the collision there. We got another man down.
They got a call on Irondale.
Is that Renford that's down?
Yeah, let's see exactly what it is. He came up the board. Looks like he did. It looks like he raised his shoulder up into the head. And
almost like a clothesline action.
Yeah,
there.
and so it's, you know, we'll see what he's going to call here. Either he's going to call a rough or a hit to the head. We'll see what the call.
And if that's a hit to the head, that's going to be bad news for Irondale here with only 3 minutes and 40 left to go.
He may call boarding too. And it's good to see TJ back on his feet and doing well. And of course, you know, Tommy subs in here, so he'd have been a nervous announcer right now.
Yeah, ref got a little bit of it there too. He's lucky to come away okay. Shout out to the Zebras here this evening.
Did you hear it was a boarding?
I did not hear.
I think I heard boarding, which is, you know, using the board to finish your check. So I think that was the call. So we'll see who the Orioles. It's been a while since they've been on a power play, but let's see who we got out there for seniors. We got Curdy Greenbush out there, Lucas Savage coming on center, and we got Noah out there playing D. So we got 3 seniors out there.
And when you got a 2-goal lead and it's late in the game, you got a power play. The main thing is just possession. You don't want to turn the puck over at the point. You want to, you know, keep it on the half wall. Make sure you have possession, and when you have those open chances, go for it. But make sure you get your head up when you're shooting it from the point, because you don't want to get pucks popping out on an odd man rush. If you gain possession, you're just wasting the time, and that's what they want, the clock to tick down without giving Irondale any chances. So they got a good one at number 8 at the point for controlling the puck.
Nice set up to Greenbush there, and the shot goes long, but he grabs his own rebound off the board. Great play there by Greenbush.
You know, and what a way for Curdy to have on a senior night to get a goal in that fashion, where really he did the work, shot it up high, came off the board. Now, Curdy's going to tell us that's a design play.
That was the alley-oop, I think.
Yeah, the Tracy McGrady off the backboard dunk, right?
That was the closest thing to a hockey player can do to a basketball move.
Yes.
Right there.
And good for him. Good for Curdy. That was a great little power play execution, and great for him. And great, you know what? Here's the nice thing about that play. He knew his shot was going wide, and you know what he did? He drove the net. And not enough people do that. They'll stop and they'll want to look at their shot or not know what to do. But he played it right. Great effort by Curdy. Great goal.
Another senior that we'll have on the. That's an important part of our baseball team too.
So Irondale in a bit of panic mode here with 3 minutes to score 3 times. Orioles are just going to look to hold them off. Puck loose behind the net. We'll battle up against the boards for it there. They'll bring it back out. Slap shot from the blue line is deflected, but knocked away by the pad of Clares.
Heck of a save by Clares that react off the deflection there by one of our forwards.
Right, and
Get that leg kicked out there.
Senior TJ Hoffman did a nice job of coming out and pressuring the guy on the shot here.
Yeah.
Watch the replay. He squares up, pressures, just to, it makes it a little tougher to get that shot where the person wanted. Perfect, in perfect world, you stay all the way square, but he did a nice job of putting pressure on that defenseman there.
Less than 2.5 minutes left to play here. Orioles leading 5-2. Irondale looking to make a last-ditch effort. Knights take it back, and they'll bring it into the zone. Some very nice work there by Nick Owens. Great stick handling there from Bordewick. Under 2 minutes left to play here at the Rec Center. Nice pass out front, but Claire smothers it with a great save. And now we got a little scrum in front of the net as these two sides going at it.
Here's what you don't want to happen too when you park and you got the lead is do something like this.
Yeah,
get yourself kicked out for
the
final game or even at the playoff game.
Right, and what's happening right now is Irondale's obviously a little frustrated. A 5-2 game. Irondale has struggled this year for wins.
Oh, yeah.
They've had, I think, just a couple, 3 wins. The Orioles, if they can hold on to this, which it looks like they will, is going to approach approaching that 500. I think they'll be 9-13-2.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, talking with Terry, that was his goal, was to be around 500 in his first year with a team that came. What were they last year?
4 wins, maybe. Yeah.
20 losses. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to see them up to 9 wins, and they got one more game, I think, before they get into the playoffs. So certainly they're approaching that 500 mark.
Taken behind the net by Irondale, it slips away, and the Orioles are able to take back control. Here comes Newdecker.
Let's see if Bauer can make a highlight reel at the end of the game here.
Nice stick work. Gets tripped up, wanted to call, but doesn't get it.
Might have let something go just because there's an end of the game there, but
yeah,
Bauer always fun to watch when he's coming in full speed on the rush.
Yeah, he's electrifying, and he had some good moves there. Great moves.
The resemblance, Nick and I were talking, the resemblance of a young BJ Byers, maybe 5 inches shorter, but still.
Yeah, just a little firecracker.
Quick kid with good hands. BJ obviously played at UConn that I used to play with, was one of our centers.
Shot turned away. Orioles playing lockdown defense here.
Here comes Joey Kramer. Here comes Noah. Here comes Luca Halfin out there. We've got a big senior class out there. Here comes Curdy Greenbush. I think we got 5 seniors out there playing this final shift.
Big shot let loose there by Lukasiewicz.
You got Luca, you got Noah, you got Halfin, you got Joey Kramer, and Curdy Greenbush. 5 seniors finishing up the final 32 seconds here of senior night.
That's the way you write it up. Little scrum down against the board for it there. Kicked away. 17 seconds left to play here in the game. Greenbush brings it, tries for the backhand.
Curdy wanted that
That's turned away.
Curdy wanted that one at the end there, huh?
Tried to wrap around and sneak it in. And with 12 seconds left to go, this one's just about finished. Nice little music for you all to groove to there here.
That was the 13 seconds left in the period music.
And what a nice treat for these seniors to finish up. There's Luca's going to end up with the puck here at the end. He holds on to it, and boys, what a nice game for these seniors. And I just want to mention them one more time, and then Bissy, I'm sure you'll want to do a little recap on what you thought brought us over the top on the third. But You know, Mitchell Hickerson, big part of this program for years. Wish him nothing but the best moving on to college. Joey Kramer, same thing. Curdy, Greenbush, I'll miss him in the neighborhood. Hopefully he'll stay maybe he stays around, school close. Jake Luga-Savage, we'll miss him. Best of luck to him in college. TJ Halfin, again, what can you say about him? Scores in a classic TJ Halfin way tonight, throwing the puck on the net. And Charlie Hills. And Charlie Hills, obviously, will hope that the injury isn't too bad. But big night, one of the smartest defensemen out there. And Noah Fortmeyer, kid that grew up in the Elmwood neighborhood, skated at Center Park. Then I think they lived too close to me, so they moved over to the Browndale neighborhood. And I told them they just got closer to the bubble. But all of those seniors, big part of this program. I'll miss them a lot. And what a nice way to go out. Their last game at home, winning 5-2 at the beautiful rec center here.
Yeah, we had 3 of them score tonight too.
3 of them score, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Savage, Halfin, and Greenbush get the puck in the net. And it almost seemed like Hills went off with that unfortunate injury, but did we have a 2-2 game when Hills went off? Maybe 2-3. I was interested to see if they, a senior leader, captain gets hurt like that, if they pick it up and
they responded well.
How they respond, and if they, something you kind of dedicate a game or dedicate the end of the game to that, a player like that. But yeah, all around, I mean, they third period owned, other than just a couple unfortunate penalties by Park, but owned by the Orioles, and they moved the puck a lot better, I thought. They finally got their feet moving. They saw guys coming into the zone. They caught Luga-Savage coming into the zone at the end of the second there. They got Bauer kind of coming down from the slot behind the defenseman. We talked about Irondale's D sagging down deep, and you can sneak in behind them, and it ended up working a few times. Then again, you can't say much more than 3 seniors getting that.
And on the camera,
goal.
You see Coach Keesley coming off with the sticks. That's, Keys will say he'll do whatever it takes to help the program, so he's carrying the sticks tonight.
TK, he was out on the pond, I think, later nights than we ever skated on there. He'd have to clean up after us on it out there. So, hey, Johnny, real quick, I wanted to talk about, obviously Connor Clares is an upcoming, he's only a sophomore, and he's been standing on his head all year long, but we were looking at the youth, and you got Atticus Roush.
Yeah,
he's a first-year Bantam who grew about 6 inches at the end of the year.
Yeah, you got Sammy Amundsen on that Bantam team as well. He'll be coming up next year. You got Atticus Rash. You go down to the
and you go down to our team, we got Will Penny, who's skating with Team Minnesota for a week up in Canada right now.
Yeah, so it's yes. The one thing that Park's always had is, is great goaltending. I mean, they really have, and they've got a nice feeder program coming up. So I think the goaltending should be strong for a number of years to come, which is just great to see. I mean, you even go, back. I go back all the way to my era, and they had a gentleman by the name of Todd Treathart, and he was just something special. I mean, flopping all over. He could play defense. He could play goaltender. He could even play forward. He played all those positions, just an all-around big athlete. And people say he got that from his mother more than his father. So, but a big guy from Park, Mr. Treathart.
And how important that is too to have a hot goalie come in the playoffs too. I experienced that when I was playing. We had Levy who came in hot as a sophomore. We knocked off to Tino Grace. I mean, you never know what can happen. I mean, that was the downfall of our state tournament experience. Also, we ran into a goalie that led them all the way to the state championship.
I know.
But it's fun to see what a hot goalie can do for you. And Clares might be that guy this year. Get a couple wins in the section, you never know what can happen.
Well, I will tell you this. I'll leave you with this thought. The goaltenders are the best athletes on any team. So
I don't know how many times I've heard that from Ben Levy. But
well, guys, it was a pleasure tonight. It's nice to see the Orioles get a win on senior night. It's been a great night. And Nick, I haven't met you before tonight, so it's great having you come in here and help us out with some announcing and doing some hockey, and it's great that you're from the community. I'm a big St. Louis Park person, been here since '91, so I love to see you guys come back and help out. And of course, Danny Bissy I've known for years, and I've known his family for years too. And boy, I don't even know if you know that I used to serve on the planning commission with your mom years ago. So, I mean, just a small world. And then, of course, your father, I played a little old guy hockey with. So it's just a small community, and it's great to be with you guys tonight.
Exactly.
Appreciate that, John. It was great to have you in here. Your insight was invaluable. I haven't had too much of a chance to watch this team this year, so it's great to hear about all the players, especially the seniors this evening.
Yeah, Frommer, you can stay down and watch some baseball in Missouri. We'll stay up here. I think we're 1-0.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, good.
Or maybe we should just go out on top.
Make sure you let Frommer know that since you've taken over his announcing duties, you're 1-0.
Well, the TV ratings are blowing up too.
Yes.
I think we had extremely high viewership this evening. A lot of people called and wrote in to tell us that they were watching and cheering on the Orioles. So
yeah, no, that was fun about this night, is seeing all the alumni write into us and their takes on the game, and just knowing that they're watching the game. And we thank those guys out there from New York City all the way out to Denver, Colorado. So.
Right, and one thing I do need to plug, and I know Paul will appreciate this, and the people at home will appreciate that, and the senior parents. You can get a DVD of this game, and Paul can put the graphic up. There you go, ParkTV.org, or you can call that number. You can order a DVD of this game. Obviously, a great game, an Oriole win. Good crowd tonight, and the band, and senior night. So if you're interested in getting a copy, just go to that ParkTV.org or call the number on the screen and order a copy.
Absolutely. So, seniors scoring and the penalty kill, the story of the game tonight. Orioles could have gotten a lot more trouble than they did with the penalties, but were able to kill them off and hold on to this lead for a 5-2 victory. On senior night, they moved to 9-13-2, or 9-13-1 according to the screen, and as Irondale falls to 2-19-2. So we thank you all for tuning in. This is Nick Nelson for John Basil and Danny Bissonette. We're signing off here for Park TV 16.